slowly started to decline. So you didn't have any success there. Jason Campbell, I think you got to the playoffs with Jason Campbell, but same kind of thing. Danny Werfel. You had Danny Werfel, who got picked up by Steve. He was on the team. Steve Spurrier was the old ball coach. Steve Spurrier was the coach. Brought in this guy, Danny Werfel. That didn't work out. Patrick Ramsey and Tim Hasselbeck. No, not Matt Hasselbeck. Tim, his brother. Not to mention they had RG3, and that kind of, went down the tubes. So here's what I'm saying is, I just gave you a plethora of quarterbacks that you had that did not work out, and you got a quarterback that possibly, at least, looks like he may have a future. And you playing around with him. I don't get that. I just don't understand why you would do something like that. Lopan, would you do something like that?
Indeed.
You would, Lopan? Or are you saying indeed you wouldn't?
Indeed.
Oh, indeed you wouldn't. Okay, maybe there's a quarterback coming up that they're eyeing out, but he had success with, guys like Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon. Jordan Reed, turned out to be a beast. Is that Jordan Reed or is that Kirk Cousins? I don't know. But at the end of the day, Kurt is betting on himself. And regardless, he's going to win. He's going to win because if they don't give him the deal, then he goes to San Francisco. Redskins fans are upset. Now they're basically starting over. And you're going to put basically the franchise into the hands of either Colt McCoy or Nate Sutterfield, unless you're drafting a quarterback next year. If that's what I'm understanding, I'm just saying, if that's what I'm understanding, you're willing to roll the dice with that. I think they should just give Kurt the deal, but if you don't believe in him, you don't believe in him. So if you don't, trade him. Stop playing this game because you just franchise tagged him again. If you're going to play this franchise tag game again, remember, last year he got $19.9 million. This year he got 22, if I remember right, something like that. Or 24. He got like 24 million almost. And then if they franchise tag him again, he's going to get $32 million. What are you waiting on? You could have gave him a contract with that same amount or maybe, less or something like that. But I just don't get it. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody else I'm looking at is Lev Bell. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell. He turned down the deal. Now, some people think Le'Veon is crazy, about this. But here's where I'm going to defend Le'Veon on this. Well, let me go to the part where people think he's crazy for turning down the deal. The reason people think he's crazy for turning down the deal, and I understand this side of it, is that Le'Veon in the past 2 years has gotten in trouble and he has gotten himself suspended. So it's like you need to go ahead and get this money before you do something crazy or something happen. He has gotten injured, so people are like, you need to get the money while you can. Now, here's what Le'Veon is thinking. He said he's trying to change, and I'm going to applaud him for this, and I'm going to get the kids out of bed in just a second to come in here. But he's trying to change what the running back market is. You have to applaud that for the risk that he's taking. Yes, is he taking a risk? Yes, but he's betting on himself. No different than what Joe Flacco did, where he did not take the deal from Baltimore and he bet on himself. What happened? Joe Flacco goes to the Super Bowl. The following year, he balled out in the playoffs. He's the MVP. Guess what? The price just went up. That's what Le'Veon is trying to do. And he's trying to do that for his fellow running backs, his peers, and also for running backs that's coming in. He's trying to change the culture back to what it used to be. I have to get in here. I have to give that up for him putting his neck out like that. Kids, give it up for Lev Bell. Yes, he's taking a chance. He's taking a big chance, but he's taking a calculated chance. That's probably more than anything. It's not like he went out there and just went with some stupid idea, or maybe he's, the number 10 to 15th best running back in the league. He is arguably, David Johnson might give him a run for his money, but he is arguably the best running back in the NFL right now. And what he's trying to do, he's trying to set up David Johnson. That's why David Johnson appreciates it. He's trying to set up when it's time for him to get his money, David Johnson gets his money. When other guys come down the pike, if they pan out, I mean, Devontae's still trying to get some money. He's not going to get Lev Bell money, but Devontae is still trying to get some money. Todd Gurley is trying to get his stuff together so he can get some money. And then you got the young guys like, Jay Ajayi and Melvin Gordon and, other guys that's coming into this league and the Zekes, Elliott's, of the world. And, LaShawn McCoy. Now, he's not as young, but you got to give it up for him. So the deal of what they're saying is, they throw out a number. And one thing that I've learned from these contracts, from football contracts, I should say. The one thing I learned from these football contracts is that they're not all what they seem. Even like the Kaepernick, contract, and all that stuff. It's not exactly, what it is. Not like baseball, not like basketball. That's more of a true number as far as like you're going to get your money. Football is, you got, because I don't even understand this. You got guaranteed money and then you got fully guaranteed money. I don't understand the difference between that. I don't know any sport. Maybe I'm lost, but you got guaranteed money and fully guaranteed money. What's the difference? It fully guaranteed. Maybe that fully guaranteed is maybe Revis. Even if you're not playing, you get that. Guaranteed is, if you show up by training camp, then you guarantee. I don't know. But there's so many parameters and so many qualifications and so many, kickers and whatever else that you want to throw in there with an NFL contract that if they throw out a number, if I tell you I signed for $100 million for 3 years, yeah, that's $100 million. But if you're on the team or if if you play 50% of the snaps, you get this, you get that, and it adds up to $100 million, which you can't determine that. You want your money up front. So Lev Bell, I'm going to go ahead and ride with him on this, because the Steelers are, downplaying the running back position. I understand why they are because of how the market's been and how it's changed and went to more of an aerial game and that you can find other guys in the NFL to do the job. But I don't know if you can find someone to do the job that Lev Bell does. He is one of the best, if not the best. So we're not just talking about some regular old Joe, some middle of the pack running back, So I'm going to roll with Lev. I'm going to roll with Kirk too. I mean, remember, I'm going back, but remember, RG3 was the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft, and Kirk was taken in the second round, and people had questions. I even had questions. Why take 2 quarterbacks? So the Redskins, maybe you could say they made a mistake on RG3. I don't know what happened with that situation. I think it's a lot more behind the scenes than what's being led on. But regardless, you took a quarterback, number 2 overall. It didn't work out. And now you went with your second guy, which is having a better, career at this point than your number 2 overall guy. Washington, don't mess that up. Just have a plan, in there. So, I want to send a shout out to some of the people that's in the chat room tonight. Some of my X-Squad affiliates, family members. Mocha Bella is in the building, so shouts out to Mocha Bella. She is already, for those who don't know, I'm going to say it again. Mocha Bella has a thing for, what's that dude's name? She has a thing for Lopan.
Indeed.
Yes, Lopan, we know. She has a thing for you, so she is sending shouts out to Lopan, saying that she misses you, Lopan.
Indeed.
So, Lopan, don't start tonight. But also shouts out to Vince Wright that's in the building as well. He is listening to the show, so appreciate you dropping in the show. And one of the biggest Patriots fan there is out there, Grego. He's saying, what up to Lopan? And, what's up, Jelani? Grego, I'm telling you, man, we done had this conversation before, man. I'm going to take something from Martin. Respect the host. Not put some respect on my name. Respect the host. I will not be disrespected in here, Grego. Trust me, I will get you up out of here before you even can sit down. All right? So watch it. Not no, oh, and what's up, Jelani? And what's up? See how they try to disrespect me, America, up in here? But I ain't gonna have it. I ain't gonna have it. This is my show. My show. Yeah, I pay the bills up in here. Lopan I'm sorry. Let me calm down. But appreciate Grego for jumping in the building as well, with us. So we talked about Kirk Cousins. We talked about Lev Bell. They're doubling down, on themselves. They're betting on themselves. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything. If you believe in yourself and you believe in your talent, you're taking a calculated risk. The only person that's going to pay for it if it doesn't work out is them. At the end of the day, the rest of us are still going to continue with what happened. It's not like tomorrow if Lev Bell blow out his knee or something like that, something happens at your job. So let the man play his cards. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Now, what needs to work is a little bit, of I don't want to say common sense, but a little understanding, I should say, for Ezekiel Elliott. He is in the news once again. This time it was about a bar incident, which now they're coming out. It's been multiple different sides or whatever I should say. One person saying it happened, another person saying it didn't happen, on it. So, but at the end of the day, the person that's surrounding it is Ezekiel Elliott. So now, here's the latest that's going on with that. Basically, nothing is going to happen at this point because they can't contact the victim or a witness at this point. So this is what Dallas PD said, about the whole situation. Because the assault offense that occurred on July 16th at the Clutch Bar located at 2520 Cedar Springs Road, need to cut me a check for saying that, has been suspended due to the lack of a complaint. Dallas detectives made several attempts to contact the victim through various ways, but at this time have not been able to make contact. To date, no witnesses have come forward to provide any additional information about this incident. So this is official from Dallas PD on the Zeke Elliott thing. So basically what this seems like to me, America, is that someone has talked to, they said it was a DJ and everything, whether it was Zeke or not, at this point, nobody is talking. And nobody is talking because either there's some benefit to not talking or there's some benefit to not talking, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, whether he did it or not, because they're saying someone else did it, he was just there, maybe pushing around. I don't know. Because there's the other thing is there's a video, but they haven't brought forth a warrant, to see that video because they can't contact the victim. They say he gave the wrong number and wrong address, so they can't find the DJ. They could find the DJ if they wanted to, but they can't find the DJ. But at the end of the day, what is the biggest thing? Because Friday, they're saying Jason Garrett is supposed to have a conversation with Ezekiel Elliott. And this is basically just to tell him, and I hope this is the conversation that they're having with him, is that they're going to talk to him and say, unfortunately, Ezekiel, and unfortunately, and I'm not trying to put him as a victim or whatever, but the situation, unfortunately, you cannot do either what you used to do or whatever it is you want to do anymore. Not like that. Not with the performance that you put in your rookie year. Not for playing for a team like the Dallas Cowboys. Not for the early success that you've had. He's had this incident with the bar. He's had this incident with speeding, which is he's challenging. He had the incident at Mardi Gras where he pulled up the young lady's shirt. And he had the situation with his ex-girlfriend. Now, I'm not trying to judge this brother because I really don't know him. I only can go off of some of the reports that's put out there. But they need to make sure he understands that his situation, as far as like where he is, being a Dallas Cowboy, more than anything, being a Dallas Cowboy heightens the situation. Dallas already have a rep in the past and now even in the present of having guys that is on their team that they take risk on.